In this vlog, I take you along for a birding trip to Galveston, Texas, US. It was a roughly 5 hours drive, so I started late in the evening so that I could be there before sunrise. Galveston Island is an island on the Texas Gulf Coast in the US, about 50 miles southeast of Houston. The reason for this trip was primarily due to the purchase of new photographic gear, and the objective was to capture two good action videos. Yes, you heard me right, just two good action videos. The Galveston Island State Park opens at 7 a.m., and once it opened, I started looking for birds in the usual spots. Now, they have a few ponds which get lots of wading birds and some other varieties. I had been there before and I knew where to look for birds. I started driving around and checking one spot after the other, but to my surprise, nasty surprise, they were nowhere to be found. Within the next 10-15 minutes, I had checked almost all the spots known to me and even the ones I know for sure need to be ignored. I just could not believe that driving all the way for around 6 hours, covering 300 plus miles, skipping some get-togethers, was for nothing. But maybe I was giving up too early. The first thought was to wait, but if you have no show in the morning, the likelihood of finding anything as midday approaches is none. My goal was vanishing with the light getting stronger every minute. But no matter which way I turned, I couldn't see anything beyond disappointment and disbelief. I soon began telling myself, well, at least I came all the way and tried rather than sitting with all the expensive gear I've acquired at home. Now, this was really weird. Usually, once you turn in one direction in Galveston Island State Park, you'll find something of interest. But it was either a really bad day, but to give you an idea of how it's in winter, just look at this pond. It has got skimmers, white ibis, stripe-colored herons, and multiple other bird species, probably hundreds of them. But then I had come all the way, so I got my gear out, and what you see on your screen is the Sony 400 f2.8 with a Sony A1 on a sturdy tripod. In fact, this was the very first trip where I was using all the newly acquired gear, and I was really sentimental about this trip. Now, all this was purchased after selling my Sony 200-600 zoom, my favorite 7200 f2.8 zoom, my Sony 35mm f1.4, the Sony A7 IV, and couple of used bags. Stilt Sandpiper, thanks for showing up, and I can't thank you enough for whatever you're doing. You're finding food for yourself as well as for me. Reddish Egret, and this is not captured in slow motion. The video itself, the bird has decided to walk slowly so that it can capture and doesn't inform the fish about its arrival. But keep on watching to see if this is something that worked for the bird. Well, let's come back to this Reddish Egret after some time. Hope it shows us its special dance. Doesn't that look amazing? Now we have some black-bellied whistling ducks. Usually have several varieties of the whistling ducks. But looked like slowly I was able to find birds, and maybe I'll be able to capture or fulfill my goal for this trip. Now we have yellow-crowned night heron. Now there was a lot of there were a few bush strands between me and the bird. but the lens did a pretty good job of like just ignoring them. I mean, that's the reason why you go for a 400 2.8 or a 600 f4, because I mean you get this wonderful depth of field, and you can almost eliminate anything that comes in between yourself and the subject. Now I watched this yellow-crowned night heron for quite some time, and then finally it had captured what I believe is a crab. The heron squeezed life out of its prey with every bite. At times like this, I get a little confused with my emotions. Should we be sad for the crab and happy for the heron? Well, for now, I'm just happy that first goal got fulfilled. Wow. Now, I just love this bird. Now, let's give a few minutes to this beauty, a roseate spoonbill. Now, the roseate spoonbill is one of the six varieties and that you can find of this species. And in the North America, you find this pinking, gorgeous variety which is known as the roseate spoonbill. There are five other varieties which can be found in Asia, Africa, Europe, and Australia, and they have something which is similar to humans, which is hair loss. So as they age, they don't have hair loss exactly, but they lose the feathers from the top of their head, and at times can look a little scary, even though the pink color is just gorgeous. Now, roseate spoonbills get their pink coloration from foods they eat. Crustaceans, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, and other aquatic invertebrates contain pigments called carotenoids that help turn their feathers pink. And thanks for what you do. The birds look amazing. Look at its dark pink eyes and beautiful color. What, is, what an amazing bird. And after I spotted this Reddish Egret, I pinned all my hope on it. And very soon, it was going to start something that I had never seen before. I mean, the bird looks amazing, but it was only capturing small little fishes. I mean, it would probably need 50 to hundreds of those in order to fill out that belly. But desperate times need desperate action. Wish I could tell this to the secret, and looks like it has found a new dance that's going to help with the catch. What it was doing is it was mudding the water and kind of restricting the fishes to these little pockets from which it could hunt the fish. And wow, looks like someone has succeeded. A big one. And with this, my target had been achieved. 2 action videos. The moment I got rid of all the body aches and sleeplessness. With little bit of luck and right gear, you can go a long way. Soon I have to start on my way back to Dallas. Thanks for watching till the end. Please like, share, subscribe for similar content. Thanks for your support.